Hey, all cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile is here, and this is episode 6 of Oscar Rewind 2024 edition, my bi weekly series of videos where I revisit films that reflect the work of this past year's Oscar winners and nominees. My hope with this series is that you will discover a new, older favorite, or maybe revisit a film that you loved that you haven't seen in a while. I'll be discussing the award season history for the film, the box office information, the reviews, and as always, these reviews are spoiler free. So, today for episode 6, I am chatting about Fox Searchlight Pictures' Sexy Beast. Released in 2001, the film was written by Louis Melis and David Sinto and directed by Jonathan Glazer. When released that fall, Sexy Beast had a decent box office take as per Box Office Mojo, making $6,946,056 at the domestic box office and $3,100,389 at the international box office for a worldwide take of $10,048,395. Not too bad for a film with a reported budget of $4,300,000. Now, as per Rotten Tomatoes, the films ride a very thin line between its critical rating and audience score, with 87% critically and 85% from the audience. Where do I fall with that? Let's take a look. Now, Sexy Beast lands on Oscar Rewind this season because this year's Oscar nominee, Jonathan Glazer, celebrated his first two Oscar nominations for adapted screenplay and direction of the Oscar winning Best International Feature, The Zone of Interest. Sexy Beast was Glazer's first feature directorial debut film. Okay, I know I said that word a lot. Let's just go with debut film, which also had a lot of awards season love. The film was widely recognized at the British Independent Film Awards, winning 4 of the 5 categories it was nominated in, which were for Best British Independent Film, Best Director, Best Screenplay, and Best Actor for Ben Kingsley. The film was also nominated for Best British Film at the BAFTAs, Best Foreign Film at the Independent Spirit Awards, and it won a special recognition award for excellence in filmmaking by the National Board of Review. On top of this, Kingsley was the key nominee or winner of the film, landing a supporting actor win at the Critics' Choice Awards and nominations for Best Supporting Actor at the SAG Awards, Golden Globe Awards, and why are we here? The Academy Awards. Sexy Beast is the story of Gary or Gail Dove. Now, Gale had a successful career as a criminal in the London underworld, but he has finally gotten to the point where he wants to do what every thief hopes to do: retire. And retire he has. He has relocated to Spain and settled down. Living with his wife Dee Dee, his best friend Eich, and Eich's wife Jackie, he has the life many dream of. He spends his days relaxing in the sun by his pool and enjoying a nice glass of whatever. In addition to this, he also finds joy in a pseudo father figure role to Enrique, a young boy who helps Gail around the house with different chores, cleaning the pool and housekeeping and the like. Now, one day while enjoying said new life, he gets an old visit from one of his former colleagues, Don Logan, a criminal recruiter and still very active member of the London criminal underworld. And to complicate things, Don is Jackie's ex. Huh. Don has come to Spain to recruit Gail to be part of a team that is planning to rob a bank at the behest of a London crime boss, Teddy Bass. Now, this is not entirely or exactly in Gail's plan. He's retired. He wants to be left alone. But sadly, Don is not one to take rejection very well. And not only a lot of frustration of being rejected, he's also dealing with the fact that his ex is present and is happy with another man that is not him. So, through a series of events that will end with a bang, Gail will end up having to travel to London and be a part of this team. Now, as a member of the team, he works for Teddy and partakes in the heist. There is a little bit more to this, and Gail will become involved in a world that he tried so hard to escape from. Now, Sexy Beast. I'm going to end the summary there for want of spoilers. Now, this is a fairly fun film in that entry of crime thrillers that we had at the turn of the century, both in the US and overseas. The acting is what makes this film watchable, and it's very solid. In the role of Gale, Ray Winston underplays to give a calm, controlled energy to his criminal, which is a very fun juxtaposition to the highly kinetic and irrational energy that Ben Kingsley brings to the role of Don. This larger than life man that he just chews through this scenery. It's no wonder why he received the awards attention that he did. In fact, Kingsley's energy sometimes breathes life into the film that keeps it from being a slightly monotonous journey. Additionally, Ian McShane as crime boss Teddy brings his usual smooth as silk vocal quality to the role. Also, the production design of Gale's Spanish Villa is gorgeous and provides some wonderful eye candy while you're listening to the conversation. You can't help but want to be sitting out on that backyard by that pool with that view. Here was the problem for me, though. It's the script and the story. Now, this film is very short. It's only about an hour and 27 minutes, which unfortunately does the film and the plot of what they're trying to do, in my opinion, a disservice. Now, the first half sets up the story and, paints the history of the characters and builds towards the robbery, which is very engaging and well performed. It's truly a great character study. But then this film does a quick jump and wraps up the rest of the film in too little time, too little detail. The heist and the aftermath, happen so quickly and they don't really build too much suspense with this the way that a good heist film should. As a result, the performances such as those by McShane who come in this latter part almost feel underused or pointless. Then what's interesting is we get to the very, very final scene, which kind of harkens back to the opening of the film. And that is actually quite a joyful moment that almost makes you wonder what this film could have been if the second and third acts had been a little bit more fleshed out. This is disappointing for the film. However, between the first act of the film and films like The Zone of Interest, we see that Glazer has a talent for truly crafting interesting character studies to watch on film. So for me, Sexy Beast is a 3-star film. However, I do want to say that Kingsley's performance is a 5-star one. Again, in noirish crime thrillers such as these, there needs to be a little more suspense and play involved with the audience, such as Ocean's 11, the reboot, would do when it gets released the following year. But for Kingsley, it's worth the watch. And if you would like to catch Sexy Beasts, as of this posting and recording, the film is currently streaming on Hulu. So, there you go. I hope everyone is enjoying Oscar Rewind. Is there a film you're hoping I get to this season? Let me know in those comments. You never know. Not only might you get a shout out, I might even reach out to you and see if you want to review and talk about the film with me on the channel. As always, spread the word, subscribe if you like what you're hearing, get others to click that button. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all other social media platforms and on Letterboxd. Let's talk movies. Don't we love them? Happy watching, everyone. And until next time, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.